You may feel happier after staring at a colorful painting or listening to a cheerful piece of music, and you may grieve after seeing an extinguished painting or a depressing piece of music. You may also be bothered, astonished, or left wondering by paintings, songs, or music. Because art gives you mixed feelings you could never control. Rainbow Rowell said, "Art isn't supposed to look nice. It is supposed to make you feel something." We used to consider art as the nicest part of life, that realizes our misery and makes us feel better. But have you ever heard that art can lead to physical illness? That's what we call Stendhal syndrome, or in a more humorous and expressive expression, the art attack. As agreed, art can cause psychological feelings, but it can also lead to physical symptoms. The art attack phenomenon was first discovered in 1817, when the French author Marie-Henri Beyle, better known by his pen name Stendhal, experienced symptoms similar to a panic attack. He felt an elevated heart rate, weakness in his body, and trembling in his legs only when he faced Renaissance paintings during his visit to the Basilica of Santa Croce in Florence. Later, he wrote about his experience with the syndrome. "As I emerged from the porch of the Santa Croce, I was seized with a fierce palpitation of the heart. The wellspring of life was dried up within me, and I walked in constant fear of falling to the ground." He also wrote, "My soul, affected by the very notion of being in Florence, and by the proximity of those great men whose tombs I had just beheld, was already in a state of trance. Absorbed in the contemplation of sublime beauty, I had attained to that supreme degree of sensibility where the divine imitations of art merge with the impassioned sensuality of emotion." Now, Stendhal syndrome symptoms are also associated with the city of Florence, that after hearing the same story from different tourists coming from all over the world to this land where art takes their breath away, they have all experienced the same symptoms as Marie-Henri's, and some have even witnessed more severe symptoms that lead to fainting, auditory, and visual hallucinations. Some cases got so serious that they wanted to destroy the pieces of art that aroused their feelings and made them sick. However, this syndrome is still considered a rare phenomenon, and according to 2021 research, it mostly occurs in adult people between 26 and 40 years old. Visual aesthetics in this case are the main culprit, and victims begin to suffer only when they are directly exposed to artworks in museums, churches, or exhibitions such as paintings, historical buildings, and vintage architecture. Now, if you consider yourself an art lover, let me tell you why sufferers of this syndrome are your favorite people. Stendhal syndrome is the most common among those poetic, delicate, and sensitive to art ones, who could just melt just from excessive beauty. We call them people with impressionable personalities. And if you believe in the quote, "Art is in the eye of the beholder," you will realize that those people are so beautiful that they add their beauty to the artwork they see, making it more fascinating to the point that it gives them these fits. Also, Stendhal syndrome has been noticed in dazzling cities, Florence, Paris, Athens, and Rome, where art seekers chase their passion for seeing the most famous pieces. So, do you think Stendhal people are sick? Or are they people whose beauty exceeds the beauty of the paintings and the museums they visit?